So, hello and welcome to a new stream in which I'm surviving on an island in Indev. Just like always, I'm gonna start by showing you what I did in between the streams. I'd say I made quite a good progress. So, firstly, I finished the storage system that I was working on since like the start of this series. And by that I mean I finished the storage system for the sort of rare items. So we got like here we coal, here we got some TNT, iron, and on the other side we got diamonds with some used diamond tools, more TNT, and some gold. Of course I say it is finished, but I might expand it in the future. But yeah, that's the storage system. Now let's take a look at it from the outside. I think it looks quite nice, and you can also see I'm custom tree decided. And also besides building, I did some landscaping over here, which you can't tell since I don't think I've shown this area all that properly. But anyway, now it's time to go it up so that I can show you the custom trees that I made. I haven't built them by using like leaves and such. Instead, I had to grow them. It took quite a lot of time, as you might expect. And I've also sort of expanded the land here. So basically, the dirt that the trees are currently standing on didn't used to be here. I placed it myself. And then I also did some landscaping over here and built the tower. I basically take away some of the terrain. And I built this tower over here. It's a height limit tower, even though it doesn't quite look like it. If we... Well, that's because of course the height limit in Indev is lower than like the later versions like Infdev and such. But the tower isn't purely for decoration, it's also for storage. I use it to store like the special unobtainable items. So we got the colored cloth, for example, because that can't be currently obtained from the debug chests. Also some other stuff like grass, more cloth, and stairs. We've got source blocks, bedrock, cobblestones. Yeah, I can only get it from like the debug house. Some punch, obsidian, because obsidian currently drops cobblestone for some reason, and some other stuff. And also a lid for this, which currently is not obtainable, but I decided to put it here. Anyway, that's basically everything that I did in between the streams. I'd say that it's a decent progress, and now it is time to move on to the thing that I want to do in this stream. Originally, I was planning to sort of build a house at the top of this hill, but I decided not to do that. Instead, I've decided to do some landscaping around the island. So I'm just gonna go down to the place, and also while I store the clothes that I have, and also while I'm doing the landscaping, I decided to talk a bit about my future plans, because in the last stream I talked a bit about my plans, and I've mentioned that I didn't have that many plans for Infdev, and in between these streams I did some thinking as to what I should do during Infdev, and so the thing that I decided to do is to kind of treat the Infdev phase as sort of a transitional phase, kind of like it was during the development, because Infdev was kind of a transition from finite worlds to infinite worlds. We kind of split it into 3 parts. And before I continue exploring, one of the things that I want to get rid of is this sort of hill over here. I kinda don't like it, so yeah. And for that I'm also gonna need to chop down some trees. Anyway, as I said, I think someone said Infdev can be kind of divided into 3 parts. The first part kind of re-added the things that were already in Infdev. I mean, in Indev, like the whole generation and stuff. Then we got the drone experimentations, where merged the different terrains, and the last part is the part where new things were added. Or maybe I could treat the Infdev place face of my world like that. So I basically prepare my world for like the infinite phase for alpha and beta, and by preparing the main stuff like connecting the Indev island to the classic city and connecting the two of them to the rest of the terrain using the roads. Then I need to just start like that. Aside from that, I would like to start placing some signs to places where they might be needed. For example, next to the chest in the tower, because for some time the of IDs will be invalid IDs, so I'll need to mark the chests to know what ID is in which chest, if it makes sense, and I'll probably mark the buildings that I have inside the classic city. Aside from that, I'm thinking about like making a sort of base around the Greek pyramid that I plan to have. And like for base I'll need to have some storage, maybe a wheat farm, and some other stuff that a base might need, so that I sort of don't need to go back and forth between the like Great Pyramid and my base to get resources and stuff, because that would make things that take longer. And yeah. But yeah, I'd say Infdev is still far away, so I still have time to like think about what I want to do in phase. Anyway, as you can see, I'm currently doing some terraforming and I've found the hole. Oh yeah, one thing that I've just remembered are monoliths, which sort of get added. Well, I don't think it added is a drone form. I can't speak. Anyway, I don't think that saying that they get added is a good term for it, but anyway, they started being in Infdev, and I've been thinking about whether or not I should like get one in my world, and I haven't yet decided. I think I'm gonna, well, because I'm not sure if it's like worth my time to walk over to one and like, yeah, I'm not sure if it's quite worth it. I'm gonna need to decide about it once I actually know what the seed for my world will be, because currently I don't really know what the nearest monolith for my spawn would be, since I don't have an intact world yet. So, but once I do, I'm gonna know what the nearest monolith is, because I can use the monolith finder online and decide if the monolith is or isn't too far away. I plan with, if I were to go to the monolith, my plan would probably be to go there before Alpha 1.2.0 when the portals get added and the monolith gets fixed. So I would walk over there, set up a portal or the obsidian in preparation for the portal, and once I would do that, I would update to the next version, light the portal, and then go to the other side to mark the coordinates, and then I'll just die so that I will return home, because I don't think I'd want to stay there, since if I were to travel there, I would probably not bring too many resources in case I died on the journey. That way I wouldn't lose too many things. But yeah, that's everything that I wanted to talk about. Now it's time to continue doing the terraforming, or the landscaping, as the correct term. Seems like 3 shovels were enough. I thought they would be, but I guess not, so I'm gonna need to make another one, or rather several ones. And also get some pigs so that I have got some more bacon for the future. Hello Ahmed, good to see you here. I'm currently doing some landscaping around the world, and I've broken my shovel, so I'm trying to get some. I'm getting a new one, or several new ones. Anyway, here we got one shovel, and I'm gonna craft some more. I think 4 should be enough for the time being. I'm also gonna need to store some of the items that I have, so I don't fill up my inventory too much. Anyway, as I said, I'm currently in the process of doing some landscaping. That's because I've chose several locations off stream, which I like to landscape. So I'm kind of not choosing them randomly. One of the spots is over here. I kind of didn't like this hill that was over here, so I decided to get rid of it. it can be hard, but I'd say it's mostly time consuming, since can take quite a lot of time to get rid of some land masses depending on how big they are. But I'm mostly just trying to flatten it out. I'm not trying to make it all pretty and such, or realistic. And also the landscaping in Indev is kind of annoying due to how fast the iron tools run out. After all, I already broke 3 shovels before you arrived to the stream. Well, I'd say quite a lot. Well, if you are counting like the whole time that I've been playing, then I'd say quite a lot, but in this stream it's having about 3 stacks since each shovel has got 128 durability, which isn't a lot. Anyway, as for how far do I want to go, I'm thinking kind of up to here to sort of dig this away. And I'm not sure how well you can see, but I think I want to clear these hills up to sort of this point, where I kind of have the torches. Yeah, I think the iron durability gets increased later on, maybe in alpha. Not sure, but either way, it means that I'll be stuck with this durability for quite a while longer, since it will take quite a while longer before I get to alpha. Although now I'm not sure if it's just the iron too. There are certain updates where like just the diamond durability gets buffed, and there's also an update where durability of all tools gets buffed, and I'm not sure which is which and which versions those are. Oh, doesn't matter now, since I'm stuck in Indev right now. So I still got work to do that I want to do. Also, sometimes I wonder why, like, the hostile mobs don't have their own sounds, because the peaceful mobs, passive mobs have got their own sound, but the hostile mobs still use the player sound, and if I remember correctly, it took quite a while before the hostile mobs got their sound, so I wonder why was that the case. I think I've ever heard anyone mention it, so I'm not sure. Anyway, the sun is now rising and I've almost used up all of the shelves that I have prepared, which will bring the total shelves broken today to 7, which is quite a lot. Anyway, I think I'll break the rest of the door blocks here by hand. I don't think I'll grab another more shovels for now. And now it's time to move on to the stone. I think this is a good level to keep the terrain at. And I think it looks much better since I've now got like a view of the ocean from here. Yeah, that could also be the case. Maybe it was like looking for the sounds and just couldn't decide. I just found it interesting that like, the passive mob sounds were added so much early compared to the hostile mob sounds. At least I think. I don't remember the exact timeline. Favorite YouTubers, I'd say I like Let's Game It Out, for example. I think he makes cool videos with where he like starts like various or just plays games the way they are not intended to play. That's quite interesting. I also like Ahoy. He's got like his iconic arms videos and videos about retro games. Those are quite cool. When it comes to Minecraft, I watch like Mumbo Jumbo and watch Simovoid and what else I also watch like Method's live streams and I've watched some videos by subbing like his world tour that he had. Although, well, never mind. Anyway, what about you? What are your favorite YouTubers? then I guess you can try. So about that, I guess you can try like choosing the YouTuber which you think you watch the most, or like you could try imagining like if several YouTubers uploaded a video at once, which one would you watch first? Maybe you could judge it based on that. Anyway, I don't think I'll be mining these ores, since if I did, it would probably take like half an hour to mine the entire vein. I'll leave it for another time, since I plan to like mine out the entire island, or at least the underground in the future. Or at least I would like to. I think that would be cool. Anyway, as for your favorite YouTubers, I don't think I've ever heard of any of them, of either of them. Hopefully I'll have enough dirt to cover this whole thing up. Alright, that's the first landscaping job done. I'd say this area looks quite a bit better now, and for the second job I would like to focus on sort of this area. My plan is to connect it to the ocean using a sort of wider channel, so that in the future, once I get to a version where boats get added, I can go from the ocean over here all the way to over here, then get off and kind of walk into my base. I think that will be quite cool. And to do that, the first thing like I'm gonna do is to get rid of sort of this part of the hill that I've got over here. Cut it off at this point and just dig it all away, because I don't really like it. But for that I'm gonna need to put away some of the books that I have and make myself some more tools, since I thought, well, this one pickaxe won't be enough. And I also need to heal myself and get some more food so I can heal myself if a hostile mob attacks me. And also, while working on the Indev island, I've been also smelting a lot of stone so that I would have a lot of stone for the future. So I'm gonna smelt some more right now. And for that purpose, I've got these furnaces where I smelt 8 stacks at a time. Yeah, and I plan to have even more in the future since I plan to build more roads which will be entirely made out of stone. So I'll need a lot of stone for the infrastructure. It seems like we got some bad guys over here, so I'm gonna kill them before they kill me. How is my armor doing? Oh, good, so anyway, now it's time for more block breaking. For a second I thought that something might be coming after me. It would be nice if I could skip the night using a bed, but alas, we are not in a version that has got a bed yet. Well, I think I'm gonna get rid of these skeletons so it doesn't annoy me anymore. Which should be easier. And seems like we got another annoyance. Oh, I kind of saw it. I watched, and I didn't think it was particularly interesting. Anyway, how would you say been? There we have us. Makes me think that Java team probably, Origin probably spend a lot of time working on the Vulkan port. So probably that's why it's not interesting, although who knows. Anyway, I mean, you've just arrived, so you probably... Well, what I'm trying to say is I'm currently kind of doing some landscaping. I've already finished doing some landscaping over there, which you can't see, and broken like 8 shovels during... Well, I've broken 8 shovels in total during this stream so far, but I'm pretty sure I will break several more. But yeah, I believe there's someone on Reddit mentioned that the new drop kind of looks like a marketplace add-on, which I think it kind of does with the cube. I can remember it's called software cube, I can't remember right now. Yeah, it might be a bit pointless, but I bet the technical community will find a way to use the cube in the farms, like within a week when we get the snapshots, or they'll just find some unexpected use for a cube. I bet they will. They'll probably find a way to abuse it somehow. Anyway, now it's time to connect the ocean to this place. Anyway, this should be better. So now I just need to clear away some of the land. I think I'll carve it away with more, so there is less of the hill. It will be nicer. Maybe like 2 blocks. Or 2 blocks on average, I think. Yeah, it would be nice if there was like a more of an incentive to actually interact with the mobs they've actually added. It'd be great. Yeah. if they were more useful. Anyway, now I'm thinking about how wide do I want this to be. I think it should be at least 3 blocks. Because the roads in early Minecraft will be annoying. Anyway, it's another shovel broken, which brings today's total to 12, I think. Anyway, I think I'm gonna get some more real quick. And also kill this pig along the way. I think another example where they don't listen is also the upper bulb, because I remember like that when someone like complained about like the time link, so they fixed it. But then a lot of people complained about the fix, but I don't think it was actually changed after people complained. Now let's see, how is this in terms of width? I think it might be almost good. Be a bit wider in this section. And kind of smoothing it out. anyway, now I'm currently kind of trying to decide how I want to do this thing. I think what I'm gonna do is get the sand over here and then raise the terrain a bit in this area. But unfortunately I don't have enough blocks to do that, so I'm gonna do landscaping over here where it's needed. Oh, I'm actually not sure what is my favorite update. I've never actually considered it or really tried ranking the individual updates. So yeah, I don't really know. But maybe 1.14 and 1.16, since 1.13 was the update that was the big update, since it revamped the oceans, and there was 1.16 which did the nether, so maybe one of these two. But anyway, as I'm not really sure yet how would I compare these 1.13 and 1.16 to the updates before it, because I haven't really played much of the alpha, beta and such versions. I haven't played the what I'm trying to say is I started playing Minecraft in beta 1.6.6, and so after that I kind of just kept updating and never really played, never really went back to play the older versions. I never really went back to play beta 1.8 properly in a world, so, or early release, so I can't really compare them because I don't have that much playtime in them. At least I think. Well, when it comes to my name, I kind of don't really have like any interesting like nickname like IRL that I would like use. Or like I'm not very creative with names, so I just decided to like use a random name. So because like I usually refer to myself on Discord like with as Matt or like Martha. It's like short for Matho, which is like Matthew, but with A instead of the E, and the doormat part is like got Matt, so you got doormat out of a fun. Not really sure how to explain it. Yeah, exactly. You got like doormat and a doormat that you put in front of a door. And we think this section might be just about finished. I'm just gonna grab some stone to close up the caves that are over here. Which means I'm gonna have to walk around because I've covered the staircase. But before I go home, I think I'm gonna climb up the tower to take a look around to see if things are looking harder, how things are looking around the island. I think this area is looking quite a bit better now that I've gotten rid of the hill that was here. No, I actually never played the other, even the original one. I think when I was younger I wanted to play it, but I never really got around to playing it. I think I couldn't get it to run for some reasons. Can't remember why right now. Yeah, I should play the Elder sometime, which reminds me that while I stream I was also thinking of like doing some sort of special episodes where I would like play some mods on this world. So for example, currently I'm in Indev, so I can maybe port this world to Indev Plus and play it, or like the classic world, port it to classic and play it in port it to classic plus and play it in classic plus, or when I get to alpha, play the alpha recrafted. So I was also considering maybe like when I get to future versions, I could like have a copy of this world where I would play Adder a bit. I think it would be cool, and looking at this, I think I'm gonna also bring some sponges so that I don't let the cave and breaking the cobblestone, because I want to get rid of the cobblestone. And I'm also gonna punch these sheep. Okay, see ya. Glad to hear it. That you've enjoyed the stream. Also, I just remembered that the sponges are actually stored in the tower, because I use the tower to store unobtainable items. Because I recently cleared out the storage system, like the chests that were over there. I still thought that the sponges, basically I still thought the sponges were over there, but they're not there anymore. It would be nice if signs were in depth, so I could actually mark the chests to know what's inside of them. yeah, I think updating this world to Indev Plus would be cool. Maybe like do like 1 or 2 special streams or something where I like playing this world in Indev, although I'm not in Indev Plus, although I'm not sure how well it will work with like the save IDs, metadata and such. I'm gonna need to test that if it works. And I would of course also play it in my free time, like in Indev Plus. But that's for the future, for when I finish, well, when I'm done with this world in Indev, which I'm not sure when it will be, since I still got a bunch of stuff to do. And I don't know when all the things I want to do will be done, since I'm kind of doing it at my own pace. Anyway, I'd say this part is looking like it's finished. No, I think it's good enough for now, so I'm gonna focus on the other part, which I don't think will take too long. But first I'm gonna just take care of a few things, like now it is time to connect this over to the rest. And I think this should be kind of wide enough, so I just need to make it ready now. And for that I think I'm gonna grab some more sand and redo the staircase here again so that I don't have to walk around. Shouldn't have gotten rid of the staircase earlier. Also, as you can see, we almost got another stack of pork. I think that will be the 12th stack of pork that I will have. And seems like now we'll have a full stack with these two pieces, with these two pork chops. Yeah, all of these pork chops will definitely come in handy in like Indev and Alpha and Beta when I'll be exploring, because when I'm at my base I currently just eat bread whenever I need to heal, and I was mistaken, seems like I only have 11 stacks so far, but 11 stacks is still a lot. But anyway, what I was trying to say is that I currently use like bread to heal myself while I'm at my base, since it's better than using the pork chops since I want to make these stacks. I should have brought some bread with me so I can heal myself. Anyway, yeah, I might try to get some negative stacks of pork once I get to it. And I think I'll also grab some bread. I think that will be better than not having any. Alright, we got the pork, so it's time to continue landscaping. Let's see. I think first I'm gonna gather the stone and then decide how I want to. I want the mine to go, which just reminds me that I don't have enough shovels. I should have crafted some more when I was when I had the chance. Anyway, time to craft some more shovels. I think I've now broken at least 15 shovels this stream. Not sure I haven't been keeping count. Also, not sure if I've mentioned it while you were here sleeping, but my plan, or what I'm doing right now, is that I'll be able to access this part of the base using a boat. So I'll basically go from the ocean over here to kind of over here and get off the boat and walk inside the base, or I also plan to extend the staircase from the tower downwards so I can kind of walk upwards. So yeah, that's the plan for this. Since my plan for like Infdev is to hopefully find a world which has got like a lot of water, a large lake near the spawn, so I can place this island inside of it. Oh, you already saw that I like found one, but I'm also trying to find look for some more to see if I find another interesting one. See what do I want next. I think carve away some of the dirt over here. Kind of make the slope here a bit less steep. and I think this is looking quite a bit better now. So I think the next thing I'm gonna do is kind of turn so the space around the edges of this lake. Oh, it's not quite a lake, but I'm gonna replace the grass and the water with sand to get kind of beaches here. Although I think I might need to carve it back a bit more, so I'm gonna need to chop down these trees. They're kind of in the way. But that's fine since I planted them so that they would be chopped down anyway, since I wanted to get more wood. Well, the lack of shift clicking can be annoying, but I think it's manageable. But I'm mainly playing it because I wanted to actually try playing Indev, because I never did before. This is like my proper playthrough of Indev, although you can't really call it a playthrough since you can't really finish Indev. But yeah, I think it's manageable even without all of the quality of life features and the bugs. But it does require patience. And it can be annoying sometimes. Especially when I accidentally break or block and I have no durability on my pickaxe left, because as I remember, when your pickaxe breaks while you break an ore, then it drops nothing, and I've lost quite a few iron thanks to that, and coal. But as for the shift clicking, it can be manageable. You can just need to kind of shimmy on the block too, so that you don't go over the edge, which I had to learn. Anyway, I think this should be good enough for this area. So I'm gonna just light it up a bit so I don't get any star mobs spawning in here. Well, that surprised me, but thankfully I didn't get killed by it. That'd be quite unfortunate since if I got killed I would lose all the progress that I currently have. There's another one. Almost exploded. Anyway, I'd say that's good enough for this area for now. I might work on it a bit off stream, but for now I'm gonna keep it as is and move on to another thing, for which I first need to put away some of the dirt that I have got so it doesn't clutter my inventory so much. And also the sponges, since I don't think I need them anymore. Also seems like spiders are somehow getting into my base. I saw one here earlier, so I wonder if it spawned inside or somehow got inside. I'm going to need to check the light levels later. Not right now, since that we're kind of boring to watch. see how much of the night is remaining. Like less than half, so it should end in several minutes, or 3 minutes maybe, I think. Alright, the next thing that I would like to work on is a beach. And for that I've grabbed some dirt. I want to replace some sand with dirt and place the sand somewhere else. Over here is the area that I talked about. So I'm gonna start by taking away the sand, which reminds me that I haven't crafted more shovels, which I should have, since the shovel is basically broken. And back to base again. Just as I went out, I need to come back again because I forgot to craft the damn shovels. But on the bright side, it might turn day before I return, so at least I won't be working in darkness. And I won't be attacked by star mobs. And I think I'm gonna sort of pick the sand away all the way to over this line. I think that should be enough, and then I'm also gonna get rid of this terrain over here and can replace it with sand. I don't like how it's intruding into the ocean. I'm gonna replace some of the sand here with cobblestone since you won't see it anyway, since it will be covered by dirt. Although I should probably place the cobblestone further back in case I decided to change the shape of the land. It seems like I had enough cobblestone for this. I actually thought that I wouldn't. And there we go. I'd say this looks much better now, and it also gives me a bit more space to build. Not sure what I'll use this space for. I'm gonna have to decide in the future. But one of the things that I'm gonna most likely do is like extend the path along the coastline once I decide what I want to do in this part of the island. But for now it's time to focus on the landscaping. That's interesting. I wonder where did this custom come from? Did I fill something in? I don't remember placing it. Oh, doesn't matter. Oh, I definitely placed it, but I don't remember when or why. think the shoreline is looking much better now over here. Much better than it was before. So, that's another set of shovels gone. I think with this I went through at least 20 shovels, which is quite a lot, but I don't think I'll be crafting any more shovels since the stream will soon be over. Instead I'll cut down some trees over here, since I was planning to cut them out anyway. After all, I planted them because I want to get some more wood. So these trees were always meant to be temporary. Well, that's not good. Seems like I've lost all of my progress. Anyway, I think this will be end for this stream. I don't feel like starting things over. I'll probably do it off stream. And in the next stream, not sure what I'm gonna do in the next stream. I'm gonna decide off stream, but anyway, I'll see you in the next one.